What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Links in the description box below. This video is entitled Disrespecting Black Male Success, Progress, whatever you want to call it. So, maybe it's because I'm down a rabbit hole, right? I don't think so. Maybe it's just because it's the American culture. That's what I think. Every time I see a black man doing something that is successful, there's something disrespectful about it. Whether it's from outside the community or inside the community. People have this issue. And where did this start? Is I'll see a brother doing something good. I'll see immediately somebody jump on the bandwagon of trying to quote unquote expose them, right? People's perception becomes reality. And all the things that are real in real life become irrelevant. So, style bender. Anybody who watches UFC, Israel just won. There's a video on YouTube, circling around his chest like he was doing steroids. It's got to be something, right? It's just got to be. Got to be something. Style bender wasn't, I know he's African, but if he wasn't black in America, he wouldn't have this problem. If style bender was white or Hispanic or Asian or Middle Eastern, Russian, we wouldn't have this problem. Look, he's got to be on the dope. Yeah, here we go again. I was looking at, I was thinking about Robert Smith. He's successful. And the stuff he's doing, it's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. It's not a big deal. He's with a white woman, so blah, blah, blah. So, unsuccessful. You got to disrespect his success. Bill Cosby, we had to disrespect his success and overlook just simple reality. He's a rapist. You talking about Benadryl. Because that's what he said he gave the chick that he wound up ultimately getting locked up for, Benadryl. Somebody ran for political office so they could put him in jail, which you should think, that means if the person wins, truth doesn't matter. That's what they want to do, put him in jail. Disrespect the success, because it's just everybody, as Eddie Griffin talked about, people in entertainment, every black male has to have an asterisk to their name. Don't be, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. There's been a lot of great things coming out about him in his passing. And one of the things that came out was in 21 Bridges, which I thought was a great movie. I think it was the best movie of that year. I really do. Was it earlier this year? It was one of the best movies of the year, hands down. He took part of his salary and gave it to his female co-host. She's white. Now, you gonna disrespect the man in death because of that? But Disney has him, doing a Wakanda Forever salute at a mural at Disneyland, if I'm not mistaken. But I think Disneyland is closing, if I'm not mistaken, also, or they're laying off people. With him and a young black girl who's going through cancer treatment because she has a mask on and she's bald. But we're gonna skip that part. We're gonna skip the part about him giving his MTV award to the brother who saved the people in the Waffle House. We're gonna skip that part. And that was when he was alive, right? But you gotta disrespect this success some way, shape, form, or fashion. On YouTube, you get a certain amount of subscribers, you start getting hot, don't be surprised if you're a black male. You finna get heat. People gonna go through all your videos for something. Something, see? Yeah, see? It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. It really doesn't. You know, people might take an opinion you don't like from time to time. Okay, but the idea of if a black male reaches success, the goal is to yank him down. You know, the goal is to yank him down. It's so built in. It's become ridiculous. You know, you got guys. I just don't like. I don't like talking about this stuff, but I have to. You got guys in business who don't want to be known in the public because, you know, if people find out that they're black, all of a sudden their business slows down. Because there's certain things you can do over the phone. You know, you get, and the people, you know, if you sound white enough, people will do things for you. But if they find out you sounded white, but you're not white, all of a sudden we got an issue. Got an issue. You know, because you got to disrespect the success. When brothers do something great that is rarely done or cannot be duplicated, there has to be some type of tell-all book or documentary or news story about how chaotic they are to be around, how chaotic the environment is. You know, how the only way that they got successful, there was some masterful white person who magically created a synergy around this, that they were the brains of the operation. So you disrespect, you know, that man's or those men's success because it had to be something, you know, crazy going on in the background. As if, you know, a lot of success is made in pressure situations. So guess what? The pressure, the situation isn't the person or the people involved. You know, that's not the chaos. The chaos is the pressure situation itself. You know, you're dealing with a pressure cooker every day. If you get out of the pressure cooker, there is no pressure. But it's because you're in it all of a sudden, you know, it's a pressure situation. It's ridiculous. We get to this, you know, I talked about it in some live streams where you get people, if this person was a man, it'd be different. If this person was a black man, it'd be different. These people who are not black men. Do you know how, like without taking into consideration, do you know how many great black men are in the history of the United States that don't get any credit at all? Any, at all. They're still making movies about black men who've affected the American society years and decades ago that other people benefit off of today. You got to disrespect that success. Fred Hampton is about to, you know, that movie is going to come out soon. Disrespect. I'm not going to be surprised that it's going to come with disrespect. When Nate Parker did the story about Nat Turner, it had to be met with disrespect. The banker, the way they rolled it out was disrespectful. People, you know, don't want to take that into consideration. But every time it's something about black male success, it has to be some type of disrespect tied to it. If you're an intelligent brother, are you really that smart? Yeah. And if you're that smart, all of a sudden you're arrogant, you're uppity. You need to be humbled and put in your place. If you're good at something, you know, you're not good enough, but somebody else is good enough. If you're great at something, you know, you don't need to tell everybody you're great, just act like you're not great. If you're the GOAT at something, you know, you need to be knocked down a peg or two. The vast majority of black men who are considered the GOAT of something, Society tried to tear him down. Muhammad Ali, they tried to tear him down. He was, don't think that people didn't try to tear down Michael Jordan, because they did. All right, Michael Jackson, they did. Excuse me. And any guy in business that I can think of, Byron Allen could be looked at as a GOAT in certain ways. Bob Johnson could be looked at as a GOAT in certain ways. God dog it. It's not just Robert Smith. Oh my goodness. Peoples? Thank you. I'm tripping. But there's going to be a level of disrespect that goes into it. Because it's not like everybody else. If you're successful, you have to be egregious to get disrespect. You don't have to be egregious when you're a black male to be disrespected. You just have to be successful. So that's my thoughts on it. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.